Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Tonight's another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards Vampire Edition, where after the incidents of the previous scene, all the vampires are getting together to discuss, hey, there's some shit going on, people need to be made aware of. So I'll start with Mitchell. Go ahead and you'll intro first, followed by Tim, followed by Tiger, and then Kim. The Elysium is fairly dead tonight. Only a couple of the Primogen, being Alexander Hawks and Samuel Judah, are in attendance. Keeper is, of course, running around like a chicken with her head cut off. Harpy is in her usual seated position, and the Prince is on his throne tonight, wearing his more dressy not combat stuff, but more dressy attire, trying to do his best to show that he knows something. Yes, Tim. First Mitchell, then you, then Tiger, then Kim. So Mitchell, go ahead and intro.
Lucian will enter. He is wearing probably his gray, charcoal gray pinstripe suit, and he puts his keys in his pocket as he comes to the door, takes the chopsticks out of his hair, and hands them over to whoever is standing there. And
Random Ghoul Guard number 4.
Okay. The chopsticks gone, his hair will probably fall down just past his shoulders. It's kind of curly, and he will walk in and bow to everyone of the court officers in succession, with the depth of his bow relating to their position before going and sitting down and or trying to find his Primogen.
If you're going over to sit near your Primogen, he's sitting next to the Malk Primogen and the Malkavian Whip, aka the Whip with no name. Tim, your turn.
All right. People could probably tell get the telltale signs of a Raven approaching by her deactivation of animalism, which probably will lead to a lot of stray animals just kind of leaving as she approaches the Elysium. It's not quite enough for it to be like a big old masquerade breach. It's just sunlight thrown in for a little bit of flavor. She comes on in. She does not turn in any weapons. She has not turned in any weapons since probably after her first or second month here, because she became a real gangrel then. She's come in more or less looking like this. As she walks in, though, she'll kind of take off the surgical mask that she normally wears around town, so that way she can, actually breathe properly. Bangs need air, man. Bangs need air.
Okay, go ahead, Tiger, bring in David, and then bring Kim can bring in Adriana if she wants.
Okay, David will walk in. He's wearing his usual kind of tattered shirt, tattered jeans. Smells kind of earthy. Pale as fuck because lull path. He will walk up, turn in a small survival knife to insert guard number 17.5. And then just kind of walk in.
Alright, Kim?
Adriana walks in. She'll turn in her bag and then go say hi to Samuel.
Samuel will wave hi back and then go back to playing with his bear. William will step off his throne. You'll notice that sword that he usually wears on his back is now resting next to him. He's like got his hand on the pommel. And it's kind of like a cane at that point. He'll look at everybody, and then he'll notice David and notice Raven, and then he'll mention, Raven, have you met your new clanmate? Well, not new, but new to the city.
Ooh, I don't think so.
How's it going? I'm David Morris.
Name's Raven. Good to meet you.
Likewise.
So, how long you been here?
Not too terrible long, about a month, little over a month or so.
Have they given you the lowdown yet?
Yeah, I got the lowdown from Mr. Ramirez over here.
She'll smile and wave.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that Adriana said? I didn't catch that.
I was just making a really lame reference. Just smile and wave. What? Did you hear her name?
Did you guys hear that last part?
I missed the very, very last part.
She's just smiling and waving when she hears her name.
Okay.
Okay.
Raven will smile and wave back. Unintentionally, like, you can tell that she's probably... Actually, no, what? Fuck it. I'm going to roll wits to see if she does catch the fact that she would be baring her fangs at Adriana. She does catch that. So she was about to make a really toothy grin, and then she just covers her teeth with her lips really quickly. And then waves back.
As everybody's becoming more friendly, Liam will turn and step back onto his throne, sit down, and say, "So, how is the city tonight?"
Dark. Polluted.
Aye,
Smoggy.
besides that.
May I speak freely?
Mr. Drake, of course. Please. They'll kind of like make a "you may stand up and speak" motion.
Lucian will turn and kind of nod to his Primogen to make sure he's not stepping on toes.
Alexander will look to you and kind of stroke his chin as if he's interested in finding out what you have to say.
Lucian stands and says, "Of course, my prince is aware of the new arrival in the city."
I had heard something about a fellow in the city, brought to my attention by the War Master. He didn't give me too many particulars about it. Perhaps you'd care to enlighten me.
It appears this individual claims to be an Alistair. Is that right? Am I remembering that right? I think
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Liam will kind of cock his head to the side. You'll have to excuse me, but the term you used is nay familiar to me.
These are individuals who are tasked with eliminating the most heinous of criminals. They are exempt from many of the laws of our esteemed tower.
So he came for his leash then.
We thought that as well.
He actually just came to review about the dealing with the demons in Celeste.
Kim, you gotta speak into the microphone because I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Adriana will speak up. He actually just came to fill in some gaps when with dealing with the list.
So why is he here then?
I'm
Is this something that needs to be discussed in private?
not certain. If I'm being terribly honest, but
He'll
it,
oh, sorry, go ahead. Finish up.
it probably would be best.
All right, he'll stand up, sling the sword over his shoulder, and then look to everyone else. All right, whoever is actually involved in this shite, you best be following me now. And he will head off to his office.
Just before leaving, Lucian will look at the harpy and say, "I promised this new individual a minor boon. He insisted it was not necessary. I insist that it is."
Very well. Once you are finished with the prince, come back and see me.
Of course.
And on that note, Raven's going to go ahead and go too.
Rachel will go in and David will shrug and follow, even though he has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yes.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
Is Adriana going?
Black mentality.
Yeah. Can I run to the restroom real quick?
Okay.
She told me that Adrian would be going.
All right. So you'll notice that he leads you into not Becker's office, but a different office that appears to be set up. You'll notice that there's a guy standing next to a suit of armor, and the suit of armor also has his broadsword and his gauntlet with him. He'll turn to the guy and say, "You're clear to go, Squire, but be on call in case I be needing you. Stand outside the door, cover your ears, and hum loudly." "Yes, my prince," and he'll walk outside. Once everybody's inside, he will close the door, and you'll hear him start to go. All right, so Liam will sit down, rest the longsword on the desk. Anybody who has never seen it or never been this close to it, there is weird writing all across the scabbard. The handle looks very much like it's from the 800s. If you have any archaeology or any type of history, you may be able to tell that it's in fact actually older than that.
Need to pick that up on my sheet next time I do.
So, he's going to look at Mircha. "Didn't you tell me you're an Alistair?"
That's correct.
"So, I'm guessing he came to you first."
Also correct.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Out of character, Tiger. Are you playing Mircha or David right now?
David is in the room, but he has no idea what the fuck's going on. But it seems important. Right now, I'm here.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
Why don't you start at the beginning, Sheriff, and explain to me exactly what's going on?
Got him at a, where's the game?
He's looking stuff up right now.
Yeah, I was really tired when that was going on. I don't remember much of it.
It's okay. Should still all be in our PM logs.
That's what I was looking at. Your show will say, "I received a message from Darius Blackthorn that he was coming here to hunt an anathema, one of the members of the Red List, one of the lower members, or higher up the list."
I'm guessing that's a bad thing.
Yes.
Does this have anything to do with the weakening of the shell?
We believe so. The anathema was a Bali by the name of Mordecai.
You'll see like a touch of gold in those blue eyes of his. Bali.
All right, he's on road to heaven. Oh my God, does he go sad?
I totally.
There's one hand on the hilt of that longsword. You're telling me that those mistakes still exist?
Yes, they've mostly been hunted to extinction, but much like your typical cockroach, they find ways to make it back up.
You'll hear him mutter something. Who here has French or German?
Nope.
Neither.
Y'all motherfuckers making me want to get the language married and shit.
Natural linguist is nice, isn't it?
It is. I had it on the character one time. It's glorious.
You catch one word that is not in any of that in either language. That word is Samael.
Oh.
Ooh!
Okay.
Ooh! Brad, the Kindred Lord know what that is? Because if so, I'm just take a step back right quick.
Out of character,
That's kind of
good lord to know what that is.
no, nobody does right now.
Damn it.
The only person that might know is the current War Master who's not in here.
My character, what is it?
Somehow, he's another character apparently. I know what it's
So, there's a bally mistake in the city. Did he explain if this was the one that weakened the ward to begin with?
He said it was most likely not him directly, but he may have sent one of his agents in to do so.
In a city like this, finding that agent will be terribly difficult.
He
You
didn't
said
seem
to...
He
Sorry,
didn't seem to be subtle when he was weakening it, given he was starting lightning storms and frying a former speaker.
You said that the reason why the former speaker left his position was because of that incident, correct?
Sir,
If you would like to know, he is recovering slowly, but
that is good.
Well, that's certainly refreshing. Okay, I can understand the need to not repeat this in open court as it may cause a panic. However, I will need some of you to work with him, as I currently am working on the preparations to take down Zalish. I cannot focus on two ancient enemies at once. As much as I would like to, trust me. There's a hint of a growl behind that last word.
Okay.
Well, if that's all, nothing else that needs to be said. Is there any information that you have not shared with me about this Alistair, about this Baali?
The Alistair has been informed of the unique situation in this city and has pledged to not spread it outside the city.
Well, he'll look at Adriana. That'll make your job easier.
yeah.
In addition, Mordecai has managed to wipe out an entire village by unearthing something contained before it spread too terribly far, apparently.
Does this Blackthorn have any idea why this Mordecai is in this city?
I do not know. The only other information I can give on this topic is that we met him when he attacked the installation that we were currently standing in, which belongs to another member of the city. They have since resolved this difference, but like yourself, it was difficult for the kindred in question to know whom he was addressing. That has since been resolved between the two of them. There are no ill feelings to my knowledge, but that is how we were introduced to the subject.
I understand. Let the kindred who had this issue know that he may speak to me about it if necessary.
Of course.
Sorry, Mirsha, you were going to say something.
Blackthorn, I do not believe, had an idea as to why this folly chose this city, but it may have something to do with all the nexus points and nodes that are found here.
Well, if that's the case, the experts in that matter would be the mages or the Hessian, would they not be?
Yes.
Also the shifters and the changelings.
Oh, so everybody except us. Isn't that special?
Yeah, I have one.
Samaras does in fact own one. Something that I'm sure angers the shifters to no end. And he'll slowly raise. This is how you do it, correct?
From what I understand, there are guardians of each house positioned to protect that particular installation. Is that not correct?
It is correct.
Well then, I don't see why anybody would have that kind of issue. Nobody has an upper hand on anyone when it comes to that little thing in the basement. Well then, if that's all, please return to your duties and your attentions of the night. I have to go expel some energy.
Of course.
Alright, so
Raven's probably seen this before. He's just gonna hit trees.
he is. You'll notice that if anybody's watching him when he leaves, he's grabbing the broadsword and the gauntlet and carrying the longsword with him.
Okay.
Alright, is there anything else anybody wants to handle in this before I turn this into an open social, close out the... How long have we been in this for?
Down. I
It's
wish it would
okay.
tell.
Yeah, so do
Well,
I.
I think.
I would say in an instance where it's a major plot point, that it should count regardless of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I would definitely count this as a plot scene.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else they want to do? You're going to go back and talk to
Talk to the
Michelle
Harpy.
about... Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dave,
it.
David
Um,
needs to talk to Dabao.
Okay.
The only.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
who else needs to talk to Dabao at that point?
Um.
I'll
I
say
mean,
when you guys head back out, because Lucian's going to go talk to the Harpy, you guys will see Dabao standing in a corner, looking a little uneasy.
Okay. And we can handle Lucian's thing first.
Yeah.
And then do the
Oh,
Gangle stuff.
I'm just gonna narrate that out. I guess it's just because all he is doing is recording a minor boon.
Yeah.
With the what's his name, Blackthorn. Because I have a choice. I can piss off the Alistair, or I can keep to my path.
Yeah. And Path of Honor.
So I'm gonna take a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she'll actually look at you curiously when you give the name Blackthorn and say, "Oh, he's one of mine. That's interesting. I didn't know he was in the city."
It is for services rendered.
Understand. Your boon is recorded, and as if it shall be needed when you leave the city, it shall be passed to the next Harpy.
Thank you.
Now, off in the corner, Raven and David will see Dabao.
Yo, Bremerton. What's wrong with you?
David. David, right?
Yeah.
Too many gangrels passing through. It's getting confusing. What do you need?
Alright, you looked uneasy and no, seriously, you look uneasy.
You're normally much more on your game than that. Something going on?
Well, it's Liliana. She's she's kind of become a bit reclusive since the incident in the last grove.
What happened there?
Well, from what Raven told me, she picked up a giant puddle of blood and flung it.
David's just gonna turn to Raven.
It was a very odd night for everybody. As her fucking eye twitches. Remembering all the goddamn Nosferatu bringing all the goddamn motherfuckers up in her shit. She doesn't say that out loud. She's just thinking that.
So she's been working extra hard on making sure that the new glade doesn't get interrupted. However, she's also kicked all of us out until such a time as she's done.
And I'm supposing that one of us should go and talk to her and see if there's any compromise we can make.
No, she'll open up it'll be done tonight before the sun rises.
Oh, okay.
Whew.
She's very secretive about the woads that she uses. I've heard that there are those of our kind that use powers similar. They're called the Einherjar.
Mhm.
Angel, what's now?
Einherjar, that's Norse, I think. The warriors of the Valkyries, the chosen warriors. There's a group of gangrel that follow that particular teaching, and they have access to blood magic of a kind.
I have Gangrel lore this month. That shit.
It would be nice, wouldn't it? So, what do you guys need?
Okay, I'm just gonna be upfront. You're a primogen. I want it.
You want to be Primogen.
Yeah.
Raven's eyebrows go up, and she's like, "All right."
You want to deal with all the shit I have to deal with all the time.
Oh yeah, why wouldn't I? It'll be funny.
Hey, Michelle. Yes, Dabao? This guy's Primogen now. Okay. She's going to look at David, snap two fingers at her, say, see ya, and she's going to walk out.
All right, that was a lot easier than I thought.
I honestly thought you were gonna have to fight for that one. All right.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting, but you know, whatever.
She's feral heart. She doesn't like being here.
Oh right, it's fucking Patson for her to engage in politics.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, previous Vampire ST, for giving me that to deal with.
Fucking feral heart crimson bitch out of here.
Yeah.
Raven's just gonna look over and be like, "So what now?"
I don't know. Won't be my whip.
Sure.
All right, cool.
So what now, Mr. President?
That went down, and Raven just became VP. So it's gonna be interesting political.
All right.
The other Gangrel he knows that isn't the prince, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh god, I bet Michelle's just like, "What the fuck just happened? What was that?"
Yeah, so, okay, David will look at Michelle. Hey, Harpy, she's my whip.
Raven waves to Michelle.
That's fine. Congratulations on your promotions.
One trick that needed to be logged enough. I figured err on the safe side.
I'll make the notations. I'm sure the prince will already be aware of it by the time he talks to you later.
Probably.
It probably wouldn't hurt too much to send some kind of notification to the Seneschal.
She'll pull out a phone and start texting Mask.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't have his number. I don't think he trusts me with it.
It's all part of what I do as Harpy. Have a pleasant night.
Brett, does Michelle just look super done with tonight?
Yeah. It's more like fucking Gangrel and how they handle politics. What the fuck?
Almost like a hot potato.
Yeah. All right. If that's everything we want to do, I'll go ahead and close this out.
Okay.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards, where Gangrel in politics. It shouldn't work, yet it does. Have a pleasant night.